Hey, hi, welcome to the Rehash. Happy Friday. Isn't it a happy Friday? It's a happy Friday. We're having a good time. I'm your host, Tookie Kavanaugh. I'm here with my co host, David. David!
No, yeah. Hey,
Hi.
hi. How are
Happy
you?
Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Listen, in the chat, if you are here, welcome. Thank you for joining. I have my hair slicked back today, so feel free to comment below about how gigantic my forehead looks on camera tonight.
I was just thinking how the 10:30 start time always means my hair it's giving up at the end here. Like it looks like a deflated Superman curl I got going on.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't. Hi, Kit. Hi, Rachel.
Hey everyone.
Thank you for producing that. I haven't brushed my hair in days because of news. I've been watching the news.
Yeah. What news are those?
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. It's oh snap. Brett is here. I don't know what it's a sign of, Brett, but we're here now. We're here to
If
bond.
if a big forehead's a sign of intelligence, this is the smartest show on 2MB.
It might be. It
Mm-hmm.
might be. Five head. We out here, gang, gang.
Calling it.
So, anywho, yeah. Oh, well, David, you might want to introduce this segment of the.
Yeah. We always like to start off the rehash with story time, and Tookie and I we are very close friends. We met through doing stand up, and we have traveled around, done a lot of shows together, and we've stayed in Airbnbs and stuff like that. And so we know a lot about each other, but we don't know everything. So every week we like to tell a little anecdote to perhaps learn something new about each other. And I think that Tookie, you might have one this week.
I do, and I would like to apologize in advance
Mm-hmm.
because this story might alienate like a large portion of our viewers who I care. I care about all of you, and I care about every community.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but as a minority, I know. Yes, our producer is stressed out now. HR is definitely about to call. So
They're on their way.
so as a minority, right, like I'm accustomed to having to fight against really untrue and unfair stereotypes, right?
Sure.
So I feel bad to this day about the fact that like I don't want to buy into this particular stereotype, but there's an element of the story where it's like, ooh, the person leaned in.
Okay.
So my partner and I
Mm-hmm.
were traveling, and we were staying at this like really nice resort. If you will.
Oh,
Mhm,
a
mhm.
partner and a resort. This
We
is
were getting
off.
we were getting fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're walking along because there's this like strip of I don't know how to explain how it's laid out, but like you have one hotel tower, you've got the other hotel tower, a strip in between, right, to walk between the two, and it's like very scenic and gardeny and beautiful.
Okay.
So we're walking, just holding hands, walking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a family walking the opposite direction toward us. And of course, I think nothing of them. I mean, it's a cute family. They're Asian, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like it wouldn't have anything to do with the story, but an otherwise irrelevant detail.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
So it was a really cute family too. It was a mom, it was a little boy, it was a grandmother. The little boy must have been like 2 or 3. He was like in one of those easy fold strollers. And there was a little
Okay.
girl, and she must have been like 4 or 5, right? And we're walking, like we're about to cross paths on this walkway, and the little
Mm-hmm.
girl, I swear to you, is the most adorable thing.
Yeah.
And I see her and she starts running up at me, and I'm like, oh my God, I got a new best friend, right? Because she's so cute. But then I promise you, like I swear on my life, hand to Bible, Quran, Torah, whatever you need me to, Captain America shield, whatever you need me to swear on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little girl is running towards me, and then she does like a front forward flip and goes, hiya, and like kicks her head up at my neck. And of course, Trevor, my partner, has no sympathy for me in the situation, is
What?
dying laughing, and the mom is mortified. Like she feels so, and there's a part of me that's like, shout out to the mom for raising an adorable tiny assassin, feminine,
Yeah.
but also, oh no, why does this small Asian child already know martial arts? Like,
she ran up and basically did it like a cyclone kick to you, like a
pretty
Street Fighter
like
character.
to my neck, David. Like, you don't understand. My
Did
life.
it contact?
No, I mean, because there's distance,
Right.
but my life
Sure.
flashed before my eyes. Like, she was cute, but she was gonna kill me.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to clarify if there was contact because I seriously am imagining in Street Fighter with Guile when he does a thing like the kick up, and I pictured you getting knocked out. So I had to clarify if you like crushed your windpipe. You'll Ryu the day you ever mess.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
good.
Brett.
That's good.
I am mad, but I'm not mad. But yeah, I am so sorry to like all of my friends who are Asian who are watching this. And like I said, she was just an adorable child.
Right.
But she would have killed me if she could have.
Immediately.
Huh?
Immediately she would have. Like
she would have, yeah. If she made contact, that's a wrap on me. Like we wouldn't be here today. But yeah, so
how did the parents respond? I don't know if you said that, but like
well, the grandma seemed like real neutral, so maybe she was
right.
maybe she was the one training her. I don't know. Yeah. But like I said, the mom was very apologetic and just mortified. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah. Which like, I mean, but at the same time, like, don't have her come from my neck, but at the same, but you know, like keep training.
Training. She's like the little girl in Kill Bill. Like you keep doing it. Yeah.
I'm proud of her, but like, please don't kill me.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah. That's our story time for the week. Are you ready for the bad film? Bad film of the week.
I am. I entirely am.
Look at that. Yes. The BFOTW.
BFOTW. That's how you pronounce it. No other way possible. No. I like BFOTW, but you know, whatever.
As long as we don't say a certain word that also alienates another important community to us here at the Rehash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
BFOTW.
God damn it, David.
Can't say it.
Our producer's hand is on the phone, ready to call HR tonight. Can you not?
I underneath this sweater, I actually have a collar on that every time I say it, Matt presses a button and it tightens a little bit.
See, I knew you were a narc. Anyway, exactly. Listen, I said, and people got mad at me on Facebook, but I said that anyone who loses weight during quarantine is a narc. David.
Sorry. I completely understand. It's not it is an insane thing, but I have nothing else. So let's.
All right, let's get into the film.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bebe's Kids, a 90s cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? Did you learn anything?
Did I learn anything? I don't think I learned a damn thing, but this is, and I don't know if it ruins a bit, but I didn't like it. This is definitely the best one.
Yeah.
That we've seen. Definitely the best. I do not. There are parts that I really like and parts that I don't know. Like, I don't. Should I go into it, or do we want to play the trailer?
Before we play the trailer, I do want to answer Biff Wellington's question here.
Yes.
Do Bebe's kids do martial arts? No, they do not. But they also don't die; they multiply.
They do. That was a good line. One kinda. He throws a solid punch. He punches a robot.
Yeah.
But it would be a bit. And they have swords at one point.
They do. They know how to wield a sword, but they don't do any specific martial arts.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that there were heavy martial overtones.
Yeah. That's not a stereotype for Black children to lean into, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Of all the things. Should we? No, not like reproduced. Ew.
They don't.
All right, let us get into that trailer, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's.
Let's do it. Is this trailer scared you?
I see you got a weight problem. Can't wait to eat. We baby kids. We don't die, we.
That's sort of a non sequitur at the start, wasn't it?
I knew she was trouble. I should have known it when I met her. It was at a funeral.
Who's that girl in that black dress?
She's so fine, make me want to get a job. She told me, she said, if you want to get acquainted with me and my son.
You should take us somewhere like Fun World.
Fun World. So I go pick her up the next day. She got 3 more kids with her. Those are double knit pants, are they? Try to bring it back, huh?
Please familiarize and observe the rules while in Fun World. No running. No jumping. No yelling. That means you enjoy your stick.
We don't die, we multiply!
It ain't time to go. You trying to leave us? I thought the devil was through when they made
That part was a bit random.
Oh no! Oh no! Now we got baby kids.
Yeah, so I think one of my own major critiques about this film is that tonally it doesn't quite know whether it wants to be for kids or animation for adults, you know.
That I can agree with. I Googled right after I watched it, Bebe's Kids Review, and I found a website called Common Sense Media.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever heard of this?
I don't like the sound of it, but go ahead.
It's bad. It's
Of course it is.
I'm sure it's like a Christian thing or whatever, but it's just like it's reviews like for your family, like for your kids before they watch it. And it says what parents need to know. It's not for young ones. Characters drink, smoke, gamble, leer at women, and lie. They had to lump lying in as a bad thing.
Well, I mean, is that in reference to animatronic Richard Nixon?
I don't. Of course, now I'm trying to think like when did they lie? But like, how can you go back and think at a movie? I don't know. Well, the main guy, he lies the whole time.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Robin.
But here's some really cool facts about Bebe's Kids. So it's the first animated movie with an all-black cast.
Really?
Yes, all-black cast. That is a huge milestone. Huge milestone in terms of representation and jobs in Hollywood. Also, the director is he's still alive, obviously, Bruce W. Smith, who went on to direct and head up the absolute gem of a cartoon from the Disney Channel, Proud Family, which is available on Disney Plus now. I mean, not all the episodes hold up, but the show is still an absolute gem, has like a lot of cultural touches that really resonate. And of course, people who watched it, I mean, the protagonist, the main character, is a Black girl. He's 14. So, initially most people would be, it's like, it's not for boys, but there's so much that anyone watching could relate to. And
I really like the Proud Family.
Proud Family is a good show.
That was hilarious. The dad was hilarious.
Yes. And so when you look at the animation style of Proud Family and Bebe's Kids, it's very distinctly Bruce W. Smith.
It's very like, because I remember thinking about the animation all the time. It's very much like what is it? Like, why is it that like really old timey cartoon characters are always like bouncing and moving for no reason? Like, and I think it was like because otherwise they would literally just be like a single still frame or whatever.
Right.
But like Bebe's Kids, their faces are like moving weird, and like the times where like him and what was the name at Jamaica are like in like the tunnel of love and everything, and they're like about to smooch, and it's like, hey, you know, let's, and like they look like their heads look like lava lamp globules moving around, and it's very like, it's really, I really like it, but at the same time I find it kind of, I have a weird thing with animation styles where sometimes it creeps me out. I don't like like the old timey like Christmas movies, like the Rudolph and shit. I can't do that. Motion? Yeah, stop. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's horrifying to me.
Really, I would mop Burgermeister Burger. I'd sock him in his face, but I'm not bothered by. Other than that, I'm not bothered by.
Right.
But yeah, I in terms of the film's composition, right?
Right.
Animation wise, so fun to look at. So vivid, so just well drawn, right? I'm visually drawn to these characters.
Agreed.
Story wise, for me at least, I can tell that this is based on a stand-up bit, but it wasn't fully fleshed out to be a movie, you know?
Yeah. I was very surprised that the entire movie, because I thought that like, because obviously watching a trailer and, you know, reading about it, I was like, a stand-up bit they turn into a movie. Mm-hmm. I kind of assumed that the stand-up bit was just going to be the launching off point, and I assumed we were going to get like a whole courtship, you know?
Right.
But it's literally they go to Fun World. That's the entire movie.
That's the bit. That is the bit. Oh, and for copyright reasons, Robin Harris, R.I.P. the GOAT, his original bit had Disney World, but obviously you can't, you know, the House of Mouse will come down on that ass. So
those kids would not have gotten away with all that shit at Disney World.
Nobody. Nobody.
It also, I love each of Bebe's. I love the different design for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like they each had like these I think what I really liked about them is like clearly they are, obviously the whole premise of the bit is that these kids are horrible to take care of, but like they're honestly, they do a really good job. Like they're just mischievous kids with like this heightened attitude, and then you learn later, because obviously they come from like a troubled home and everything, and they're honestly pretty well developed, but like based solely off the animation thing, I really love their designs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, the animation really fun to look at.
Yeah where the story sort of falls short in some areas, it's at least visually compelling, and you can keep watching even when there are moments where you're like, story.
Right. They're like halfway through the movie, it all of a sudden happened. Like we have the whole, like he's at the bar and like he's telling the story to his bartender, and then he meets Jamaica at this funeral.
Bartender.
The blind played multiple times where he's just pouring a whole bottle into a glass. And he meets Jamaica at this funeral, gets a ride home from her. And that was actually something I noticed about the movie, is at so many times they like, I have a weird thing. I think like, I seriously think the Theodore Rex thing broke me, or like really
enlightened you.
Enlightened actually might be the better word, because I think I'm really sensitive to like weird audio stuff in these movies now, because Theodore Rex are like, haha, ooh, the whole time. And the weird thing with Baby Skates is how there would be 5 different people talking all at once, but we're supposed to hear one of them, and I had no clue what the hell they were saying. And I thought about that because at the funeral, there's that part where he's playing cards with the other guys at the funeral, and like they're all talking, and like I know it's sort of like, you know, poker chatter stuff, but it comes up so many times in the movie. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about?
Right.
I hope that's not just me being like a friggin' white guy being like, huh?
Well, here's some things that you maybe not have been privy to because you're a white guy.
Right.
There are a lot of iconic bits of Bebe's Kids, lines from Bebe's Kids that became just part of everyday lexicon and the culture, and people would just say it. So Bebe's Kids at one point just became synonymous with unruly, wayward children.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, people would just be like, "Oh, I don't want to," if somebody's babysitting and the kid is just acting up, there's a bunch of Bebe's Kids, right? Just that became the immediate way to insult someone else's child or insult them, to call their kid Bebe's Kids. And test tube baby also became.
Yes. That's the closing line of the movie.
Yeah.
Test tube. He unplugs Las Vegas. Test tube baby.
Yeah. I think highlights of the film for me, I don't know so much, maybe not highlight as the word, but just random points that I can't unsee that seem a little disjointed but are still fun. Test Tube Baby is from Bebe's Kids. Well, originally Robin Harris's material that
right
from Bebe's Kids. But yes, I think really iconic moments of the film that just are so random and stand out, but you can't not watch them. The fact that the movie just becomes a music video at one point for no reason.
Yes.
He serenades, Robin serenades Jamaica. There's a Yo Mama battle.
Yep.
In the middle of the film because Yo Mama jokes were just a thing of their day. We don't do them as much in the wild as often. You don't, if you're engaged in verbal fisticuffs with an adversary, you don't just, your mama so this, your mama so that. I really do miss the days of a classic Yo Mama battle at random.
I was not qualified to participate in those.
I know. You can't speak on that, David. That's okay.
I wish I could watch them at least. Like, hey, what are you guys doing? But missed it. Missed it.
Yeah. And then, oh shoot. Oh yes. The fact that anytime any of the children introduces themselves or it tells you their name, it's with a rap.
Yes. They had their whole intro, and because that's when movie goes on a wild fucking tangent about halfway through, and all of a sudden they're security guards who, I don't know, the voices of these security guards are fucking bonkers. It seriously sounds like they're drunk the whole time recording their lines, and they put all the kids in this other thing. It's basically a prison. They're all locked in. Khalil
underneath Fun World.
Underneath, right. And Khalil gets his knife, he frees all the other kids. They have a whole army and they're like, we want to be Bebe's Kids. And they're like, well, you can't, but you can hang with us. And robot president's court trial whole rap they explain to the Terminator why they shouldn't kill the kid.
Yeah. Robot President Lincoln versus robot President Nixon. It's a time. There's rap.
The second that robot President Lincoln showed up to save the kids, I was like, huh.
Yeah. A lot of metaphors in this film.
Right? I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then honestly, it's funny because the whole it's not that bad. I enjoyed watching it. It was one of those where I was enjoying it and I was into it and it was fine, but I did keep checking how much time was left. And I guess maybe because to be honest, I've never heard of Robin Harris before.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him.
Underrated comic of his day, unfortunately passed away just a year before this movie premiered.
Oh, that long ago. Geez.
Yeah. But, a contemporary of who we know as the kings of comedy, essentially, that whole D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, Cedric Bannister, and Guy Torry, among others. So he came up within that era, had a lot of movie appearances, but just wasn't, for whatever reason, just kept getting snubbed, just was overlooked, which was really tragic because he was a very distinctive voice in the world of specifically Black comedy.
Right.
So, so he where my Mount Rushmore includes Bernie Mac, like right there at the top, like that's the guy for me. Robin Harris is like, close second in there. Underrated guy.
That's pretty great. I mean, like, how old were you when you first saw this?
Oh, I saw it on VHS a couple years after.
Okay.
Because it did not perform well at the box office, let's say.
I imagine not. Unfortunately.
So I was but a tot. I was but a child upon viewing it. But yeah, it was in every Black household. Oddly, like everybody had it on VHS. It was just one of those things that was part, like every Black household had a portrait of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and a VHS of Bebe's Kids. This is what we did. This is what we did back in the day. Don't question it, David. You're not allowed to talk about this.
You would get it in the mail, I assume.
Yeah.
I got a VHS of Pokemon, and I don't know.
It tracks. It tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what was going on in Black households in the 90s.
Fun fact, Pee-wee, the youngest, voiced by Tone Loc.
Tone Loc. Yes. Poops his diaper a lot in that film. That is the running gag. A lot of poop. A lot of poop from Tone Loc. We love a Tone Loc voice.
We sure do. Yeah.
So it's not an objectively bad film considering the time that it came out and everything, and the fact that the animation is very beautiful.
Right.
But there is a lot. It leaves you wanting. What's the expression? I don't know what you Americans say, but what's that expression? You know the expression. Someone in the chat.
Leaves you wanting more.
Yeah, like there's a lot to make up.
There's fish dangling on the hook line.
It left Brett wanting a Theodore Rex sequel. Brett, we're gonna have a talk after this episode.
That classic American saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah, not as compared to everything else you've made me watch throughout this whole tenure. This is a fucking masterpiece. Really. But still, again, it was something was off. And the ending, it's a shorter movie, an hour, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's still just sort of like all this shit happens. And then they're like, okay, we're leaving. And then it just ends. They're like, that's the end of the bit.
Right. That's the end and that's where it ends. Better ending than Theodore Rex, I'd say, because at least it ends on Test Tube Baby rather than Theodore Rex ending just with a black screen that says, see ya. And that's it.
The editor being like, fuck this.
A lot of this film's shortcoming, because the humor is what it is for its time, but it doesn't completely hold up in 2020, to be honest. But I think a lot of this film's shortcomings are due to systemic failures in the entertainment industry, where, screenwriters who are Black don't necessarily have the access to take courses, let's say, or get apprenticeships where they can learn to write better stories for the film, because this is a great story. It's a great stand-up bit, but it wasn't quite translated well enough to work in cinema.
Right. That is it very much, maybe that's why I was still drawn to it, because inherently it's a very well constructed movie, but yeah, it's almost like, when is it going to stick the landing?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, on the scale of what is that? How do you grade it now? Your scale of white guilt?
My scale of white guilt.
Yeah, what is it for you?
Oh, I mean, there's still white guilt, obviously, because of how it ends. I would say it is what was it? Because I had to donate like $1,000 to the college fund last week. I would say this is I would say this is I will lose 1 hour of sleep from
Okay.
guilt.
I respect that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. It was a more enjoyable bad film.
Right. During that hour that I'm awake, I will cry for 50 minutes and I will laugh for 10. So we'll be good. Yep.
Kit Tempest brings up a very important point that we, sticking the landing. Yeah, we do not need to impose these white structures on Black art. This is facts.
We're learning.
David, be a better ally.
Sorry, I'll try.
All right, well, that is the bad film of the week. Next week's bad film, are you ready, audience? Our viewers who we love so much. Are you ready? Next week's bad film. We'll have the trailer up for you at the end of the show.
Yes, we will.
Drum roll, please. The bad film, the BFOTW of the week for next week is Jewtopia. No, I did not stutter. Jewtopia. YouTube. It is a time.
Based solely off of title, this is tremendously more terrifying than Leprechaun in the Hood.
David, you're gonna enjoy it. You are gonna enjoy it, but you also definitely need to make a donation to the Anti-Defamation League afterwards.
I'll write that down. Hey Siri.
Yes. I will. Yeah. Hebrew Hammer. No, it's not leading us to Hebrew Hammer. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, Jewtopia, because we have to honor both sides of my family on this show, David. We got, we cover mostly the Black half, but
right.
there are, a couple Sephardic family members of mine who are wondering where the love is. Jewtopia.
That's where it is. I'm here to learn, so I will. I go into Jewtopia with the most open of minds.
It'll be fun. All right. So up next, we have our esteemed guest for the evening, who I'm so excited to bring on. But for now, enjoy some music from our house band, Lovers Lounge. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. 10, 20s on the titties, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. 10, 20s on the titties, bitch. Ten, 20s on the titties, bitch. Rack City, bitch, rack city, bitch. All right.
They suck around. Thank God.
Yeah, we had like a weird tech issue last week where the band leader was not happy about. I got a lot of angry texts from him and the band's manager, but
yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
It wasn't anybody's fault. It really wasn't.
Right.
But I convinced them to come back for this week. Very happy to have them. The honestly premier jazz band in the country. They play all the hits.
Prolific, even.
Might be.
Prolific's not a word I throw around often.
I guess not.
But I throw it around there.
I'll relay the sentiment. So anyway, I'm so excited to bring on our guest. Are you excited, David?
I love our guest very much.
He's a favorite of ours. So talented and so funny. Everyone, please welcome Kwasi Mensah.
Hey.
Yay.
So what's funny is I knew you guys were talking about Baby's Kids, but I didn't realize you guys were calling it a bad film. Because in my mind, I was like, this is the greatest. I remember watching this when I was 8 or 9. This was hilarious. And that's when I realized, like, oh yeah, I haven't watched this movie in like 20 years. Of course, 9-year-old me thought like this was great.
Yes. Ugh.
Oh, man.
How are you, Kwesi?
I am doing great. Surviving the pandemic with everyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sitting here just constantly. I think literally I'm getting the battery on my phone to die because I'm just waiting for someone to call 270.
This close. I've never edged before in my life, and I think this might be it for me.
You haven't?
Don't judge me, David.
Hey, something I can be an expert on for once.
This is how you know this is the late night show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, edging, baby.
Yeah. Kwesi, I don't know if you know, but this show is structured to help David become a better ally.
Okay.
Can you tell?
Okay.
Can you tell? We're trying to help him.
I can tell. I mean, I can see how awkward he's getting. That's the first step. The first step.
Sit with your guilt, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kwesi and I haven't seen each other in person in a while, and I really just hope I come across as more enlightened right now.
My goal is that by season 2 of this show, David just comes on with a kufi and glowing eyes.
Yeah. I'm either going to look like that or the Crypt Keeper. One of the two.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a time. So, Kwesi.
Oh, yes.
We've come to the portion of the show where we like to play a little game with our guests. What's your deal? So we're going to find out what's your deal. We're going to deal you a series of questions with numbers. So all you have to do is just pick a number at random, 1 through 8.
3.
3. Ooh, okay. This is personal for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start this one off, David. So, Kwesi, you have to convince me. This is convince me. You got to sell me on either one of these two concepts, right? So, A, right, as people who've both committed themselves romantically to a white, we have to put up with white people shit. So,
although I have a spicy white.
You do have a spicy white.
Yeah.
I have the standard issue mayo. Kwesi, oh my God, I got to tell the viewers this because Kwesi once said the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life at a show once about me and my man. My favorite joke ever. Or do you want to tell the story?
No, I no, you can tell it. It's great because I remember being at the show and I was the only one there that knows your boyfriend. So you tell this joke, and I'm just in the back laughing, and everyone else is looking at me. And it's like he's really invested in their assholes.
Yeah.
Oh right.
No, it wasn't. No, it's not just the.
Oh.
Not
oh
just
no! Yeah, the other part.
The other part, yeah.
Not just about the assholes. The other part, yeah.
Yes. David, I'll tell you this story in a couple of weeks. It's a doozy.
When I'm older.
Be prepared.
Okay.
No, but Kwesi, do you want to tell like the audience that the joke that you
No, I'll let you tell it.
Okay. So Kwesi is up doing his set at this show and he's doing a little bit of crowd work and he talks about how I told this story about me and my boyfriend and Kwesi Kwesi and Trevor are friends. And so he was like, yeah, no, I was laughing at that joke because I know Trevor. And the best way I can describe their relationship is their relationship is like that website Rap Genius, where Tookie's the one who explains everything that's going on in the lyrics and Trevor's the one who codes the website. And I must have fell out my chair. The funniest because it's so accurate.
That is wonderfully accurate and specific. I love that.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful. Okay, so back to the question. So you have to convince me of one of those two things. You can choose one or the other, right? Okay. So convince me that, because we have to put up with white stuff at home. Yes. My partner believes that putting peas in macaroni and cheese is delicious. I am not convinced. Is this true? Convince me of it. Or B, convince me that anything past season 9 of The Simpsons is worth watching.
I'm definitely taking the pee thing. I'm not doing this. I'm not taking the Simpsons thing with a 10-foot pole.
What? Okay.
I remember my mom used to like not let me watch The Simpsons because she's like, that show's too radical or whatever. And I was like, no, I want to watch it. No. Because as a kid, I was like, I want to watch the thing she doesn't put me on or whatever. And then I remember in high school, I tried to watch an episode again or something. And I was like, you know what? You can have this, Mom. It's not worth it. It's not. So let's try this pea thing.
Yeah. He thinks peas and mac and cheese is delicious, and his parents did it. And I'm like, that's the whitest shit you've told me. I don't like it, but I need to be convinced. Can you convince me?
I think it's a good thing.
David, you're silent, and I'm concerned.
I think it's a good thing because you should always cut down on your carbs. And so if you put peas in your mac and cheese, you're ruining it. So you're not going to eat it as often. There you go.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Point for Quessy. Point. The truth.
I don't know. Like my problem is like you can probably put a lot of things in mac and cheese as long as like you're baking it, like you're doing like you got it in the pan, you're like you're doing all that stuff, the different types of cheeses and whatnot. The problem is if you're the type of person that puts peas in it, it's like, all right, done deal. Like Kraft mac and cheese, like you're not doing anything after that. Like I don't trust anything else you're putting in it. Just call it a day.
Oh,
right,
man. Oh,
I am very. I don't get to have a say in this, but that is such a. I remember doing it because it would be like I'd have mac and cheese left and peas left, and I was like, I can get through this way quicker if I just do that. But all I can think of is like that Parks and Rec thing where Ron Swanson puts the banana in the hamburger.
Yeah, I mean that's like, and I think Kit is talking about it too. It's like that's how I remember, like my mom, like, I need to get him to eat healthy shit. I'm gonna mix it in stuff he likes and whatnot. And the thing is, I just hope that like as an adult, you kind of get better at eating the healthy stuff without ruining the delicious stuff.
Right.
But mac and cheese, it just whether it's the Kraft kind, store brand, whatever kind, it's like it's pure on its own, and I feel like. I don't know. Adding peas just kind of taints it a little.
I mean, maybe you can have it like, and that's a thing sometimes where it's like, you can have it on the side. You can have mac and peas and something else. Just
separate.
Don't mix them. Like this is the one time segregation is allowed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Though your initial point did convince me a little. So point for Quessy.
There you go.
All right, pick another number.
7.
Number 7. That's a David question.
Okay. It is. So Quessy, you bought a house recently. Congrats again.
Thank you.
And I'm curious, man caves. Can you have one in your house and not be a douchebag?
Oh God. So the one thing is in our new house, we have one room in the basement that is just like kind of this like creepy, like you think it was like a creepy photography room for like someone like 3 generations ago. None of us want it. Neither of us want it. If I'm willing, I think I could have a man cave in there, but only because Sarah wants nothing to do with that room.
So you're not taking up space.
Yeah, I'm not taking up space. She's like, you can go down there, deal with whatever ghost comes out from that room, whatever dead body skeletons pop out of the closets down there. That's all you. And I think she would prefer me to have a man chair because we've already had fights about like, I want to have my lazy boy. And she's like, you know what? Put it down in the ghost room. It's not going to be in my living room.
That's the secret to a healthy relationship: compromise. Also, Kit, please forgive me because I am a bourgeois pedestrian.
No, I love you're getting called bougie on your own show. And I'm sitting here talking about I have an extra room in the basement of my house.
Love it. All right, pick another number.
2.
Number two. Oh, okay. I'm going to give you 4 examples, and you're going to have to tell me. This segment is Square Up.
Okay.
So, who would win in a fight? First pair, the cast of Vanderpump Rules versus the most recent cast of 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, those 90 Day Fiancé people are insane. I'm gonna go 90 Day Fiance because the Vanderpump Rules people are still think they can make it in Hollywood, so they won't mess up their faces.
Damn. All right. Next. Who'd win in a fight? James Avery as Uncle Phil or James Avery as Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Because he voiced Shredder in the original animated series.
Oh man, I mean,
R.I.P. James Avery, by the way.
So I don't know who won in a fight, but I know James Avery, Uncle Phil, the Republican, would call the cops on James Avery, the Shredder, and it's a done deal.
You're right. Okay, next one. Ted Danson on The Good Place versus Ted Danson on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Ooh, that's a good one. So it's funny because Sarah says apparently there's a laugh that I only have for Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm gonna say Ted Danson on Curb.
Oh,
there's
okay.
Something about like a low-key sociopath.
Okay.
That I enjoy.
Okay. All right. And your last dueling duo. Dr. Umar Johnson versus Alex Jones.
Umar Johnson all day. Alex Jones is like Alex Jones gets pissed when he gets deplatformed. Umar Johnson was never needed them.
Never.
His platform are aunties forwarding you things on WhatsApp. That's all he needs to build his empire.
That's facts. That is facts. David, do you know about Dr. Umar?
No.
Good.
I'm just laughing like, oh, that's a great thing you just said.
I mean, okay, listen. Alex Jones has an army of gay frogs. Dr. Umar got the aunties.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I remember having. Dave, do you know what a hotep is?
Hotep,
yeah.
I might, but
Turkey.
I know. I occasionally post like Twitter content that lampoons hotep logic.
Yeah.
David, we're gonna have like an education session after the show wraps.
I just can't wait. In season 8, me is gonna look back on season 1 me. What an ignorant fuck.
Woo! Good times.
No, season 8 Dave is gonna come on in cornrows.
Oh,
yeah, that's my enlightened state, cornrows.
You're gonna have a lineup.
Final form. That's the best part. So, Kwesi, who's winning?
Oh, between Umar Johnson and Alex Jones? Oh, yeah. Umar Johnson.
Umar, yeah. All right,
yeah.
That's right. All right, pick another number.
Did I pick 5 yet?
Did you pick 5 yet? No, you did not pick 5. That's a David question.
Yes. All right. Kwesi, simple either or. Which is harder, planning a wedding or buying a house?
Let's see. We did plan a wedding and then we had to cancel it because of COVID.
Same.
I'm gonna
Not
say
me.
plan a wedding. Oh,
sorry.
Fine. No, it's fine. You can do that sit-up thing though.
That's true.
I'm years away from that.
I can stand up to my feet from a sitting position without using my hands.
If anything, I say that is more impressive
than walking
than a wedding.
And everywhere is my man cave. Wow, that was a privileged statement. Anyways, yes.
Yeah, I know. It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You're white back going, Dave.
Damn it.
No, I would say planning a wedding is harder than buying. I would say so because I care more about the house than I do the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fair. Because it's 1 day versus your residence.
Yeah, well,
that's my argument.
I used to tell Sarah this. Well, my thing is like I grew up in the Bronx where like a lot of ideas of family aren't predicated on who's married to who. And so for me, it was like, oh, I'm gonna feel super committed to you when we actually sign like this 30-year loan together, as opposed to a specific day, and then 4 years later, shit goes down and we barely talk. Yeah, that's where I stand.
All right. Pick another number.
Let's go with 8.
Ooh, okay. I'll ask this one, David.
Go ahead.
All right. Fook, marry, kill. Your contractor, your real estate agent, or your neighbor?
All right. Contractor, real estate agent, or neighbor. Let's kill my agent. No. Let's marry my agent. Fuck the contractors, the one that actually show up on time. Those I have like complete hard-ons for. And I guess the last one is kill my neighbor. Although I haven't actually met my neighbor, but fuck him. Well, no, I haven't actually met my neighbor. Kill him. Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. All right, next number.
I haven't done 1 yet, right?
You have not.
Right.
David.
Okay. So this is one gotta go. We're gonna give you some pairs, and then you have to pick which one goes.
Okay.
JS React or Python?
Oh God. You had Trevor help with this, didn't you?
No, I wrote this.
God. Out here having me show how much of a fucking nerd I am. All right.
I wrote the question.
Okay. I know, but the fact that I'm gonna have opinions, I have actual opinions about this. Python goes.
Okay, fair.
I've Googled so many things this episode.
Don't worry, that's not a race thing. It's not a race thing.
Okay.
Give you a heads up.
To our viewers, JS React and Python are not racially motivated web languages, coding languages. Okay.
Like, oh God, the race divide goes to programming languages too. I have so much to learn. Okay. Steve Harvey Choppa suits or tall tees from the early 2000s?
One gotta go.
Steve tall tees from the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm missing that one. I'm gonna go with that one since I'm blanking on what that is. Yeah.
You remember when everybody had like the extra long white tees back then?
Oh, yeah.
Or a Steve Harvey suit, like a Choppa suit. Which one goes?
I'm still gonna go with the big tees. I'm still gonna go with tall tees. Now that I know what they am, I'm gonna have them go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Steve Harvey, big suits. Big fan of the Harvey Show. That was the best thing I knew him from for the longest time, and I think that's true for most of America. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, and your last pair, one gotta go. Black Twitter or lotion?
Oh, you said Black Twitter, and part of me was like, hands down, whatever goes up against Black Twitter. And then you said lotion, and oh God, this is real. I feel like you don't have Black Twitter without lotion.
It's the chicken and egg question, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the best parts of Black Twitter you'll just find on Reddit the next day when someone's karma farming. So here I am talking about fucking nerd and bringing up Reddit. So Black Twitter shouldn't disappear from the world, but I'll let it go from my life, and so that I can keep lotion.
That's very noble.
Just somewhere other people can enjoy it, but lotion, I have to go with lotion.
Damn.
Very, very brave.
All right. Pick a next number.
Is 6 left? I don't know which numbers are left. 6?
Did we do 6? Oh, that's
6?
a David question.
Yeah. It is. 6 is still here. Okay. All right. If you could add one just completely insane room to your house, examples like a trampoline room or a room made of pizza, what room would you add?
Oh, I would have my own butcher. I would have like a butchering room.
Ooh.
People don't know, like my dream is like to open my own barbecue place.
Ooh.
It's like I'm on like all my YouTube channels are just watching people smoke and barbecue like ridiculous meats. That's like that's gonna be my one dad hobby, is getting really into barbecuing. That's my dad hobby.
So this would be a room where you are butchering the meat yourself. It's not you walk in and like there's
Oh no, I guess
big Italian Vinny.
Yeah, it's a room where it's like already butchered, but I have like my fridges and I can just take it out and like dry like that. Yeah.
That is an economical room.
Although, do I say dad hobby or my uncle hobby? Because that's uncles are the ones that do the barbecue cooking.
Love it.
We know. You're learning, David. Okay, last one. I'm excited for this because this is a I think it's a staple of the show now. This is a fan favorite.
It's evolved.
Yeah. So it rapid fire question. You're gonna have to tell me if the thing I name is a cat from the musical Cats.
Okay.
A demon, an item from the Cheesecake Factory menu, or an obscure city in a red county.
Cat, demon, Cheesecake Factory, obscure city from in Red County. All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Bumble Arena.
Cats.
That is a cat. Sekhmet.
What?
Sekhmet.
City in a Red County.
That is a demon.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Mistopheles.
That's a demon.
That's a cat, sir. All right. Lick Fork.
Cheesecake Factory?
That is a town in West Virginia.
Oh, how far is that from you, Dave?
Probably like 2 hours.
All right. Next up. Fries.
Cheesecake Factory? But that's
a town in Virginia.
Oh, God.
That's 10 minutes away.
Yeah. All right. Asparagus.
I don't trust this anymore. I'm gonna go cat.
It is a cat from Cat.
Nice. Nice job.
All right. Crab cake.
You've bitten me. It seems too simple. I'm gonna go with, what was it? Cats. A demon named crab cake.
No, that's a Cheesecake Factory item.
That's what I thought.
You're in your head.
Okay. All right. Abaddon.
City, Red County.
Demon.
Oh God, I'm failing.
This is a hard one.
All right. Rumple Teaser.
I think that's cat.
That's a cat. It's a cat.
Nice. Corrected.
Okay. Glamburger.
Lamburger?
Glamburger.
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory,
Okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Skimble Shanks.
Cat.
That is a cat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Griddlebone.
City.
No, it's a cat.
Cat. Okay.
Okay. Slick Poo.
Oh, that better not be on the Cheesecake Factory. I'm going with the cat.
It's a city.
What?
It's a city.
Where is that city?
In like Oregon.
Oh, Idaho. That makes sense.
Okay. Sandwich.
No. There's a Sandwich, Connecticut, right? Yeah, city.
Yeah, there's a city.
Okay.
Okay. Bug Tussle.
I'm going to go cat.
That is a city in Kentucky.
How far is that from you? No.
They're all a day drive.
All right, next one. Woonsocket.
That's a city.
That is a city in Rhode Island. That is
Yeah. Who officially took plantation out of their name.
I know.
Yes. Only took over 400 years, but
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good
400
job.
years in some shitty clubs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, next one. Damballa.
that's gonna be a cat.
That is a demon.
Even a what? Do you know?
No. Okay. Mungo Jerry.
Mungo Jerry. Oh, that sound a cat.
That is a cat.
Okay,
A cat. All right. Satan's Kingdom.
that's a city.
That is a town in Vermont.
Yes.
Amazing.
And lastly, Old Deuteronomy.
That's a cat.
That is a cat from Cats.
Wasn't that the cat Idris Elba played?
No, that's
Oh.
I can't spoil that for our viewers.
Okay.
Yes. How do you feel after all of that?
It's funny. I thought the former theater nerd in me thought I would get more of the Cats references, but I've yet to actually see the movie.
You made it though. You made it. The movie's on HBO Max. I forced Trevor to watch it, and he hasn't spoken to me in 2 days.
Well, I think the next time, Sarah and I definitely have things we only watch when we're on edibles, and so yeah, Cats might need to be that for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little upset that they deleted the Snyder cut where they show the buttholes. So.
Yes, the bunghole cut.
Yes.
Didn't they have Seth Rogen? Wasn't he tweeting about that?
I don't know, but the actual real atrocity of Cats is that they CGI'd out Jason Derulo's bulge. It's a horny enough film. Show me the bulge. Show me the bulge. Cats.
Yes, they also took out Rebel Wilson's camel toe.
We don't talk about her appearance in that film.
God, who had this job?
All right, Kwesi, do you have anything to plug for our viewers? Tell them where they can find you, what you're up to.
Well, with COVID and stuff, I haven't really been performing a ton online, so it's kind of I don't know. Donate to the Georgia runoff, so we actually have a Democratic Senate. That's my big plug.
And then where can they find you? Where can our viewers find you?
I am at Kwesi Mensa on Twitter, Facebook, although I'm barely on Facebook anymore, Instagram, all the socials. Where is my new home address? I'll also, here's my address. My social security number is 555-22-1234.
Well, your home's in Bug Tussle, Kentucky, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's in Satan's Kingdom. Slick poo.
Kwesi, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had fun.
I had a great time.
Yay. Hooray. Yes, make sure to follow Kwesi on all the social medias. He's a delight. And we'll see you soon.
See ya.
All right, viewers, thank you so much for sticking around with us on another supersized edition of the Rehash. Supersized in honor of my 5-head tonight. It's great. Are we ready to Matt, are you with us?
There it is.
Utopia? Yes, David.
My God.
Yes.
What are you doing?
What?
I told you to let me get to the altar. Look at me for 15 seconds. Let the tension build and then slowly pull my veil back.
You didn't even have tears in your eyes when you lifted up the veil.
It's a rehearsal.
I can't believe you're being so insensitive.
Jamie Lynn Sigler again.
A lot of different reasons why people become friends.
Commence fire!
Because you have a lot in common, or because no one else will be your friend. Adam's mom took control of her men.
Your cholesterol's 272. Do you want to drop dead of a heart attack by the time you're 50?
Yeah, you're right, Arlene. You're always right.
I learned to love it.
What the hell is going on around here?
They're starting construction in the baby's room.
There is no baby to build a room for yet. Not even a fetus.
Allison Marks. You are?
Rosenberg. V. Rosenberg.
Man, you do not look Jewish.
You tell some girl your name is Avi Rosenberg so that I can teach you how to be a Jew so you can dupe her?
Why do you want to marry a Jew so badly?
Because I never want to make another decision for as long as I live.
That's mildly offensive, you know that?
Oh, God.
Not true.
So where are you taking me?
Well, I thought that
Because I didn't know what you were thinking, so I made reservations for 7 o'clock.
That sounds great.
Great.
I need you. You gotta teach me how to pass myself off as one of you guys.
Something on the menu and alter it beyond all recognition.
Change that appetizer salad to an entree. Substitute feta for gorgonzola, pecans instead of walnuts, and would you mind throwing a little salmon in there?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
house, and I love you. I want you to make every decision for me for the rest of my life.
Want to have sex?
Not really.
Love you, David. Tune in next week when we review Zootopia, which is free to watch on YouTube if you are so inclined and if you're so brave. Who boy is correct, Burf Wellington. Yes.
I'm still gonna ask 2MB to reimburse me for this, even though it's free.
It is going to be a time. Thank you to all of our viewers for tuning in tonight. Make sure to check out 3weeks.courses online, and let them know that you found them on 2MB Studios.
Yeah, throw a little ref there.
Just a little bit. But yeah, tune in next week, same time, same place. Friday the 13th is next week too. That's gonna be
nice.
yeah. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Watch the film. Oh, we've got some cool guests for next week. A whole sketch troupe. One of the best in Boston. And I'm not just saying that for personal reasons.
A whole sketch group?
A whole sketch group. It's gonna be great.
Wow. All right. I'm in. Tell you what, I'll be here.
The Anti-Defamation League should join us.
Sweet Jesus.
Because of this film.
Right.
Yeah, but again, you can watch it for free on YouTube. It is a time. And oh my, the sketch group has a surprise for David next week too. Rumor has it.
For me? Uh-oh.
It's going to be great, David. Let's see how gray David is by next Friday after watching Zootopia. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. We love you so much. Follow us on all the socials for updates on the show. Oh, Kit. Kit has a question in the chat. Oh, Kit.
Been there, done that. Yeah, already done.
Join us next week. Thank you so much. Pray for David.
Please.
Good night.